I'm good, thank you. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm live from Gloucester. And today we will be discussing a communication topic. Today we will be talking about gestures. And I'd like to know if gestures are an effective way to communicate. So I expect you to have done quite a bit of research for today's class, as I'd like you to have a little discussion between you. But first, let's start off with Arush. Arush, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Arush Kumar. I study in class 5F. My school name is LWT Academy. My favorite hobbies are playing, singing, and dancing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arush. So, Arush, what did you do with your day today?
Yes, ma'am. Today, first I woke up in the morning at 6 o'clock. Then I got ready for my online classes because, then I went to school, then I came back, then I joined 6:30 to 7:30 online classes, and I'm in class now. Thank you.
Excellent, very good. Okay, and can you tell me what are gestures, Arush? First of all, what are gestures?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, gesture is an effective way. Someone has given me writing. Yes, gesture is an effective way to communicate. A gesture is a form of non-verbal communication or non-vocal communication in which visible bodily actions communicate particular messages.
Okay, good.
I'm like, if we show so I'm going to tell you two type of, there's a very famous gesture listing. Like if you teach children 1, 2, 3 in their hands like this, for example, right? Like this. So this is listing like 4,
Good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is like listing.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is tell me that if gestures are an effective way to communicate.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because if you're doing gestures, so a lot of people will get attention on it. Like if you say, sometimes people don't pay attention on you. So you can show these gestures and then they will be distracted from the work they were doing and then you will see ours.
Okay, so gestures help people, it attracts people's attention.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, interesting. Good. Anything else that you'd like to tell me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so can you tell me a time when you've used gestures to communicate and they've been effective?
I use gestures on my today only. Like the thumbs up one. In my school. Like,
okay.
One of my friends was doing something very funny. Gestured him as a thumb that very good, you are doing very nice, and then after some time you will get a scold by man, then you will be in a seat.
Okay, so do you think gestures help you understand meanings more? Do you think gestures help you understand more what something means?
Yes.
Okay. So you said they grab people's attention.
Yes, ma'am.
They help you understand more.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think it is possible to communicate with gestures only?
With gestures only?
Yes. Arush?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you answer my question, please?
Yes, ma'am. Like we can use gestures, especially for the ones who can't speak nicely, like children. genuine baby born of 12 or 13 months old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can speak, but though for those children who can't speak, like I'm not talking about the newborn baby can't speak, so they can gesture. She can
Mm-hmm.
gesture. At the
Mm-hmm.
time, like I have a sister's video showing gestures.
Okay,
As well.
good, good, excellent. Thank you very much, Arush.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, next we have Samikia. Hi, Samikia.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Samikia. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Samikya Sambartana. I'm studying in class 8 in St. Vincent Convent School. I'm living in India at Odisha, Berhampur, and my hobbies are playing paintings and drawing. Thank you for about days today. I woke up at 5 o'clock. Then I completed my studies. After that, I got ready and I went to school. And after coming back from school, I just take rest. Then I had my tuition. After my tuition, I I watched TV with my brother, and then I joined your class.
Excellent, very good. Okay, so can you tell me a bit, Samikia, what do you think about gestures? Do you think gestures are an exciting way to communicate?
Yes, ma'am. It's exciting and also it's little funny. Now when we do gestures, some friends also make gestures like for the not taking secretly about someone or something, and in a funny manner too. They like using the styles of gestures is really funny. So because when we see some gestures, it can be excited. It's like it's really little funny, or it can make us feel confused. What does that mean? Yes, of course, it's an exciting way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay, very good. And can you tell me about a time when you've used gestures and you found them to be really helpful?
ma'am, there were no gestures like helpful, but we were just making as we were friends. So it was about the before the lockdowns, we were just playing. We were just when we wait, we use some gestures, or were when we see off, like we didn't say bye bye or say it's like uh to shake our hands, but it's different. Our gestures were different. We were doing some other work. It was totally fun.
Okay, very good, excellent. And can you tell me, do you think you can communicate by gestures alone?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Do you think you can communicate by gestures alone? So using nothing else, do you think you can communicate?
No, ma'am. Whole using gestures we can, because to make gestures also we need to talk. So we can communicate with only gestures.
You can't communicate with only gestures.
Yes, ma'am.
Why not?
Ma'am, because to make gestures also we need some language, and for those things only language was created. A communication to communicate with people only, because we don't always use the gestures, so the people made some language. So if we are doing want to talk using only gestures, there will be a whole confusion, because everyone does not use the same gestures, so there will be confusion and we can live only with uh, talk using gestures.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'd like just to introduce the idea of what you said, which is sign language. But those are sign language is gestures.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is possible to communicate by gestures alone, knowing sign language.
Yes, ma'am. But as you told, to communicate only with gestures, so to to use those gestures, first we need to talk about them. Like first we need to decide which signs we will use for which activity of which for for doing something. We need to first we need to talk about that. No, if we want to shake our hands when we say bye, so first we need to talk about that. Then after deciding all those things, then we can use the gestures. So for
Ah,
that,
hang on. I'm talking about actual sign language, Samikya. So people who cannot read, okay, who can't see, use sign language.
yes,
So they don't ever communicate, however, because what you're saying is that they need to talk before using sign language because they need to decide what the sign is going to be. But people who can't, who don't know how to read because they can't see, have always used sign language. Sorry, because they can't hear. What am I saying? Because they can't hear, not see. Because they can't hear, have always used sign language. So they can only see the sign, but they can't hear a person speak. They can only read lips and read signs. So what do you mean talking? They can't decide anything.
ma'am, it's all about common people. When common people, it's not easy to use sign language easily because from the very first when they are born, they are talking, because they're using the language to talk. They're using the mouth to talk, and for that reason, to catch up using sign languages, it's little difficult. They need to learn those things. But for the people who but the people who cannot hear, they are from the starting when they are born, they will be taught how to know the sign languages because they can talk. So they use the sign languages for their communication.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samikya.
Welcome.
Okay, next we have Sangram. Hi, Sangram.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Hello, ma'am.
Sangram. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Myself, Sangram, currently living in Mumbai.
My name is
Work.
Sangram.
Okay, my name is Sangram, currently working as an HR recruiter, living in Mumbai. My native place is Orissa, so that's it, ma'am. And I've completed my education, like bachelor's in information technology and master's in computer application.
Okay, very good. Excellent. So can you tell me, Sangram, how was your day?
Not good, ma'am.
Oh, good. Okay, brilliant. And can
Not
you
good.
tell, not good? Why not good?
Hospitalized again.
Again, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, Sangram. I
Still
hope
having
things
health
get
issues.
better.
No, it's not getting better. It's getting worse.
Oh no, I really hope things get better for you soon. I'm so sorry to hear.
Okay, ma'am.
So Sangram, let's have a little look at today's question, which is regarding gestures. So do you think gestures are an effective way to communicate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
a bit
Like
more.
if any person can't read or write, but he can understand gestures. Like in India, most commonly, if there are any foreigners coming to visit, we can let them know the address by hand gestures also. So
Okay,
gestures are effective in communication, in non-verbal communication or any type of communication. If he or she doesn't understand that language of that location or area he's visiting or something like that.
okay. So do you think that, because I've had quite a discussion with Samikia and Arush about it, do you think it's possible to communicate solely by gestures?
Yes, ma'am. Those people who can't see, or if any people can't hear or write, they can use gestures.
Okay. And
Those who can't hear properly, they mostly use hand gestures and all to communicate.
so you think it's absolutely possible? Very
Yes,
good. And
possible.
do you think, how much do you think gestures contribute to communication overall?
Overall, I can't say because it depends upon person to person and also uh, depends from country to country, person to person, how they are using the hand gesture.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. And Sangram, can I ask, have gestures helped you in your life? Has there been a situation where gestures have allowed you to communicate effectively?
Just hi and bye. That's it.
Okay. Do you use any other gestures when you
Like for
speak?
peace sign, for
Yeah.
peace, and for
And
victory, it's we. We
what
for
about when
victory.
you are talking?
Yes, ma'am.
When you are talking, do you use gestures? I talk a lot with my hands sometimes. Do you use gestures when you are talking?
Like when I am on call, if I am talking to someone on call and if that person, like someone is there outside who want to meet me or that, so I can use hand gesture to tell them that I am on call.
Okay. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much, Sangram.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hope you get better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we've talked about how effective are gestures for communicating, and you've all said basically that they are effective. Some of you said you can solely communicate by gestures, others of you disagreed. And I had touched upon this with Arush about why are gestures effective? Why are they effective? Why are they an effective way of communication? So we've all agreed that gestures are effective. But now the question is, why? In what ways are gestures effective? So Samikya, let's start off with you. Samikya, can you tell me in what ways are gestures an effective way of communication? How do gestures help communication?
Oh man, when we are talking, ma'am, can you repeat the question here?
So how do gestures help effective communication?
Okay, ma'am. When we are as a as a, like when we talk with someone, and another person will be asking something. So as you said, you add some gestures. So at the time, there will be we can use hand gestures because it's normally we use some gestures which everyone can understand. There are some gestures which everyone, not everyone, to whom we are talking, they can understand because the question they want to, the answer they want to know from us, will relate to them, so they will understand what does the gesture mean. Like this, like this, it's an effective way of using in using communication.
Okay. Yes, anything else that you'd like to share, Samikya?
No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. And Arush, what about you? Arush, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
So what, I have already touched this question with you. Can you tell me, Arush, why are gestures effective? In what ways are gestures effective?
Ma'am, they look interesting.
I know there's yeah, thank you. Arush?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, I can hear you now. So In what ways are gestures an effective way of communication? How?
Gesture is a good way to communicate.
Mhm.
Like especially in WhatsApp, there are a lot of.
Yes, Arush?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me, please? Can you speak to me?
Yes, ma'am. Like gestures is an important thing, but sometimes gestures wouldn't work. Like if you see someone comes up or anything, so
Mhm.
sometimes people ignore. You don't know
Okay.
why. Sometimes people ignore these gestures.
Okay.
You know why?
So there are some gestures that might be confusing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Like the listening one which I told you, which is very confusing.
They could be confusing because we are moving from culture to culture.
Yes.
So some gestures in some cultures mean the total opposite to other cultures. So in that way, yes, they could be a bit confusing. That is true. However, in universal sign language, okay, that shouldn't be the case because sign language is meant to be the same everywhere. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And why do they help us communicate? Why? How do they make our communication effective?
Yes, ma'am.
How do gestures make our communication effective, Arush?
Uh, yes, ma'am. They can make our communication a bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
according to me, it can make sometimes that, like you told, that it is confusing.
mm-hmm.
But some gestures which are more popular, those of them can't be confused. Like thumbs up and listing. Listing is a bit confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
that's
right.
it.
All right. Thank you very much, Arush. Okay, next we'll go to Vijay Kumar. Hi, Vijay Kumar. Vijay Kumar.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your day?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Vijay Kumar Ramat. Ma'am, I'm now learning Java in JSPader, ma'am. I'm completed BE, ma'am, in ENC in Gadag, ma'am, Karnataka. I will doing in software industry, ma'am. My job in
Sorry,
software industry.
can you repeat that, please?
Hello, ma'am. I will working next to in software industries, ma'am.
Okay, I work in. I work
in future in software industries, ma'am.
Okay, good. And how was your day?
Today is good, ma'am, but I'm not good in that one test yesterday happened, ma'am. That result today coming, but that test was not satisfaction with me. I'm not satisfied with that test, ma'am.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, so today's question is, are gestures an effective way of communication? Okay, so are gestures effective? Are gestures effective communication? Are they good for effective communication? What do you think?
Ma'am, I'm not understanding this question, ma'am. Sorry.
So gestures are for example, movements in our hands.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am. Okay.
So are they effective in communication?
Yes, ma'am. Our in our daily basis, we know some teachers using that communication, ma'am. I think that was useful. I don't know, ma'am, but I don't use that gesture, ma'am. But it is useful, ma'am. Some my friends also is in a teaching field, ma'am. They are also using that, ma'am. It will be some confidence, ma'am. Like sometime we forgetting some words. That will be gesture will be we can telling that thing, ma'am. That will be understanding people, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, and have you used gestures to have have gestures been useful to you?
Ma'am, someone cannot understand, ma'am. We tell that I with I and with hand, ma'am. We can tell that story, ma'am. That he was realizing that we can telling in a gesture, ma'am, like hand. We telling up on tell to that will be he was understand, ma'am.
So
Just
if
sign,
someone
just
can't
sign.
understand us, if someone can't understand us, we use gestures to help them understand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That will
Okay.
be helping, ma'am.
Okay, be careful with the construction of the sentence, okay?
Okay, 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 ma'am. Sorry.
Thank you very much. No, don't be
Thank
sorry.
you.
Thank you, Vijay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Oh,
Okay.
I thought I had Shaifali here. I think she
Okay.
disappeared. Okay, Vijay Kumar, thank you very much. So
Thank you, ma'am.
you're welcome. So today we spoke a bit about gestures. Now,
Okay, ma'am.
there are many things, guys, that are important in communication. Communication is 7% verbal, however, and 93% is actually non-verbal, and gestures fall into this 93%. And gestures do help us. First of all, they help us connect to our audience better. Okay, so using our hands as a storytelling tool, okay, can better explain scenarios. Okay, both personal, whether it's personal, professional, they help us explain the story better. Okay, they make you a better speaker as well. So if you just give a speech with your hands just tied to your side, it doesn't bring a connection. Okay, but if you purposely, that's the key term, purposely use your body to stress a certain idea by either clapping or pointing, the audience will remember what you said. Okay, and also connect with you. Okay, and they give your story truth. Okay, so gestures give truth to your story as well, make it more believable. So they really help to strengthen and emphasize your message, these gestures. So obviously we are talking here about how important gestures are. And yes, I did go down the line of sign language there, but that was just to challenge you as well, to show you how much meaning there is to gestures. Yes, we can communicate non-verbally, and we can do without words, funnily enough. But that is what I wanted to point out from that. I'm sorry about making the mistake. I was talking about eyesight for some reason instead of talking about, I was thinking about Braille. And instead of saying loss of hearing, I said loss of eyesight because I thought about Braille. I'm really sorry there. It's my mistake. Been a long day. So I'm really glad that you guys got to see why gestures are so important, and you get to experience this in your everyday life. So thank you very much for joining this class, guys. It's been really great having you back. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. What a great start to the week. Hope you have a good evening, guys, and all the best wishes to you, Sangram. Hope you have a good night there.
Okay.
Thank you,
ma'am.
guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.